Today is Wednesday, Parashat Nasso. Every morning before Shachrit we have a class, and now we're learning the book of Mishlei, which is the book of Proverbs, written by King Solomon. Book of Proverbs is full of wisdom, and I'll share with you some of the pesukim that we learned today. Chosech shivto sone beno, ve'ohavo shicharo musar. This is the pasuk is in chapter Yud Gimel 13, pasuk Kav Dalet. Speaks about education of children. And it says here, a person chosech shivto, a person who spares, shivto is stick, meaning he spares discipline. He doesn't discipline his child. His atmosphere of permissiveness, everything is permitted. There are no rules. Person doesn't need to earn whatever he deserves in terms of everything is permissive, and there's no discipline. If such a thing is a situation in the education of children, soneh beno, eventually the father will come to hate his son. In other words, the son will eventually not be a good person because he didn't have discipline in his education. So this pasuk tells us the importance of discipline as you educate your children. Ve'ohavo, but a person who loves his child, shicharo musar, he educated him with proper education, with discipline, with musar, with ethical teachings. And shicharo, Rashi explains, la bekarim, in the morning. In other words, he's really involved with his son in terms of his education, and that is something that will bring up children who grow up to be as good people when they grow up. So discipline is important. Education is the message of this pasuk. Next pasuk, tzaddik ochel lesova nafsho, uveten reshaim tehsar. As here, tzaddik, a righteous person, when he eats, he's satisfied, even if he eats what he needs to in order to survive, in order to live. He doesn't overdo it. There is no big desires to continue to eat even though he's already full. Uveten reshaim, but the stomach of the wicked, tahsar, is always lacking. In other words, no matter how much he tries to satisfy his desires, his lust, and his more eating, is never satisfied. He always wants more. So here the pasuk contrasts the righteous person to the wicked person. A righteous person is a person who typically would be satisfied with what he eats, or in general, with what he has. He's happy with what he owns. But a person who's a wicked person is never satisfied. He always wants more. And as the Radak explains, afilu kol ma'achalim sheba'olam hu ochel, even though he eats all the various types of food, etc., eno mistapek mema'achal echad, is not satisfied with one course of food, mit'aveh lema'achelim acherim, and he always wants more, and even sometimes he wants more that he cannot acquire, she'eno yachol liknotam. And that's why techsar bitno is always feeling like he's lacking, he's not satisfied, velo tisba lekolam, le'olam, and never would be satisfied. So there's a difference between the righteous and the wicked person. The righteous is satisfied, he eats what he needs, and he feels that he's full. And the person who's a wicked is never satisfied. Next pasuk, hachmot nashim banta betah, ve'iveled beyadea tehersen. Speaks here about the importance of the wife, of the lady in the household. He says the wise women build their homes. They establish their home, they build their home, they make the home be well built, so to speak. Ve'ivelet, but a foolish woman, beyadea tehersenu, will destroy her own house with her own hands, through the way that she acts, through the way that she cares for the home. So much is the importance that this pasuk gives to the woman of the household, whether it's a mother or a wife, and that the wise ones amongst the ladies are the ones that will build their home, that will establish their home, that will care of their home in a way that will be something that will be very good for harmony, for order, for everything that a home needs to have. And a person who's a foolish person can destroy it with their own hands. These were just 3 of the psukim that we learned this morning. A lot of wisdom in the book of Mishlei, the book of Proverbs. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.